I'm going to wait for you in my office, all right? Wait a minute. Come here. That looks good.
Thank you.
That's for luck, but you don't need it.
I don't want to be late.
Okay, go. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Lucy.
I don't suppose you've had time to read my report, have you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have, and I was going to call you.
Oh, you were going to call me probably with 101 things that were wrong with it, right?
No, I was impressed.
I beg your pardon?
I think the report was excellent. I think you came up with several very practical options. I think it was very well thought out and very well written. Something wrong?
No, I just never expected to hear that from you.
Well, I'm just giving you my professional opinion. But I think that the report was very good on paper. Your suggestions were excellent. I hope it works as well in practice.
Oh, I intended to. I'm having dinner with Amanda this evening, and we're going to go over some fundraising issues for the future. Excuse me.
Did you get that, Jessie?
How could I miss it?
Lucy just loves to make it known that she's on a first-name basis with Port Charles royalty.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby, have you seen Lucy's report?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was just talking with her about it.
What did you think? Were you as impressed as I was?
Her research paid off, I'll admit that.
Well, we still need more money and more volunteers.
Well, Lucy's already after the money, and I've been making the volunteers a priority. I've already signed up quite a few people, men as well as women.
Great. We need as many men as possible.
I just wish I had more time. I'd like to take a shift at the center a couple of times a week if I could.
You know, you'd be great with kids. If you'll forgive a personal observation, I've always thought you'd make a terrific mother.
Wow. I guess I've always hoped that was going to turn out to be my role in life, but it doesn't seem to be going that way.
Well, whatever your role is at the moment, I have one more personal observation to make, and that is that something or somebody is obviously working in your life, because I've never seen you look happier.
All you have to do, I think, if you would just understand it, we will try to explain it the best way we know.
Now, you see, the show, like any sound business, requires structure, especially if your audience is going to be opening its wallets as well as its heart.
And we're not talking about the format that we discussed. We're talking about the behind-the-scenes business setup, right?
Exactly. I'm talking about the people responsible contractually for keeping the show on the air, keeping it running, keeping it making a profit. Now, I've made up this chart to make everything clear. And you see the top box is labeled CEO.
That's Chief Executive Officer. This is the person that calls all the shots.
The boss.
Exactly.
Okay. I just want to ask you one question, then. Who is going to be the CEO?
Me.
Listen, thanks, but no thanks. I just don't think this is right for me.
No, wait a minute. Now, we don't know. She just said that right off the cuff. It doesn't
Stop!
mean that she's going
Time out, okay? Listen, let's stop wasting your time and my time. I don't care about your charts, your structure, your format. I don't want to know any more about this thing. It's just not going to work, at least not for me, okay?
Wait just a minute. You don't have it. None of
Colton, we have an opportunity here and a responsibility. Maybe you'll be as good on camera as Tiffany thinks you will be. But, you know, if we are not organized behind the scenes, you're going to be cheating people.
And there's no maybe about it. I know you're going to be absolutely terrific. I mean, I would not invest this station's time, my energy, the money in this if I were not absolutely certain that all of the audience was going to go for this.
Right, which brings up the next point I wanted to make. May I?
Please, we just want to make sure you see this from every possible point of view, okay?
Okay.
Now, if we don't establish this foundation, how do you plan to meet the practical needs of your audience? Do you have the material means to direct vast numbers of men, women, and children to the proper sources of help, of medical assistance, transportation, housing, and all these charities?
I know my limits, Miss Stansberry. Believe me, I do. And I know this is too big a job for me.
But not for us. That's what we're trying to tell you. By establishing a foundation, we enable ourselves to do all these things for people. It's not as if you're asking them to pay you.
No, I will be paying you myself, and very handsomely, I might add.
I don't care about the money, honestly.
All right. Maybe you don't care about the money. But what about the people behind the scenes, the camera crew, the directors, and all the personnel involved? Now, these people have families to feed. They need work, and there's not much work out there. Now, if Tiffany can't keep producing shows, these people will be out of their jobs.
I mean, and people are so excited about it. Now the whole crew, they probably work for free. They love it so much.
But, you know, she wouldn't really ask them to do that.
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't do that. I mean, the unions would absolutely kill me. I have to pay them,
Colton,
you understand? But
I understand your concerns. I admire them. What can I do as a friend? a fan, a businesswoman. What can I do to ease your mind? Tell me and I'll do it.
I don't know. I mean, my head is spinning. I don't know if I'm coming or going right now.
Well, maybe it's time for me to help you. You know, you need to learn to receive as well as to give.
All right. Maybe you're right. I mean, I don't have...
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting.
Well, honey, we're right in the middle of
free.
the conference.
Oh, well, if I could just have a minute, please.
Do you have to do it in private, or could we just talk right now? What do you need?
Well, I guess I could tell you here. I just came from Sean, and well, he's still, you know.
Yeah, you're not.
No,
yeah.
I don't know. What's the matter with Sean?
Nothing I can't handle.
I think he just needs a little bit of cheering up, that's all.
Thank you very much for the alert. I'll go over and see him in a few minutes, okay?
Glad. Okay.
Thanks.
Hello?
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
Excuse me one second. Alicia, can I talk to you for a minute?
Right now?
Well, the sooner the better.
Oh, well, I have a lot of things I have to do this afternoon. Maybe we could meet somewhere, all right?
Oh, well, yeah, you just name the time and the place.
How about Kelly's between 5:30 and 6?
Great. You sure it's not an inconvenience?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll be there.
Okay, all right. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Here he is. I told you so.
Here I am.
My big sis thought you'd walked out on him. Oh,
No, I wouldn't do that to you without telling you, honest.
Now, Colton, I thought that making the whole procedure clear to you would make you more comfortable with it.
Well, you could probably go over it 1,000,000 times and I wouldn't understand it, but maybe it's not important that I do understand.
I think that's right, Carlton. I think it's not. I think what we should do is we should trust Cheryl to just handle the funds the best way she knows how, and we will concentrate on making the show the best that we can. What do you say?
Well, it's not that I don't trust you, Cheryl. I do.
You can trust her with your life.
Oh, thank you both.
But that does not change what I said. I'm still not sure that this is right for me.
Oh.
And if you're looking to the CEO upstairs to make the decision, I'm telling you, he's the only one that will. And I'll let you know what it is tonight.
There's no way I can explain how I felt when I found out that we had lost the baby. There's just no way. I was sad for Simone. For myself. I felt cheated, angry. Something precious had been stolen from us. And when I saw that man with that hateful sneer on his face, I don't know what got into me. I just blew it.
Did he make any other remarks?
His expression said it all. He looked like he was glad that it had happened.
Did you accuse him of killing the baby?
At that instant, I felt he did.
Please answer the question.
Yes, I accused him of killing the baby.
So you lose it, and this institution has to pay for it with a big fat lawsuit. In case you don't know it, this hospital is liable.
You're out of order, Edward. We'll handle that later.
Let's face it, this hospital is going to be hauled into court because a resident has a chip on his shoulder.
I'm sorry, Mr. Quartermain. I'll admit to anything that I've done, but I will not accept that characterization of it.
But you did lose control.
I am not denying that.
Tom, as a psychiatrist, I can understand your reaction after the first encounter with Mr. Arnold. But at the second encounter, by your own admission, you lost control because of a man's facial expression. The fact that Simone had lost the baby, I mean, I understand the stress of all that. But that kind of behavior would be questionable for any member of our staff, especially one who has been trained to help others to control their negative feelings. I'm sorry, Tom, but I just find your behavior this time...
Well, it's unforgivable.
I believe that's all, unless you two have more questions. You can leave now, but please stand by for our decision.